Alright, so yes, you are looking at 3 Radiomaster pockets here. So the 2 over here on the left are the Crush Iceberg Blue, I think, and Gray. This is the original with the transparent shell. But we're not here to talk about the pocket. This is of course, my daily driver, my favorite radio. In my opinion, personally, the best radio for a beginner. But we're not here to talk about the pocket. We are here to talk about these stick ends. And I got these from a shop on AliExpress called Solo Good. I'll put a link in the description to their store. And they sent me 2 of their. They have a whole bunch of these. These stick ends not only work for the pocket. For these particular ones, they're the M3L style. That of course only works for the pocket because the pocket has a very unique stick end. We'll talk about that here, of course. The other radio styles are also available as well. So if you've got like a Boxer or Futaba or some other type of radio, I'll show you what's available on their website. But for this video, for the pocket, I just have 2 of their styles. So they sent me the V2, which is the M3L is a specific style for the pocket, and then they have a V2, and then they have a V3. And it comes in this little nice case here and this little wrist strap included. And I haven't installed this one yet. Just pop open the case. A little sticker there. And it holds the 2 stick ends like this. And just pop them out. It looks like this is like some 3D printed stuff going on. But this is what they look like. And I'll show you how it compares to the original stick ends. So they're called FeliSticks is the name, as you just saw on the box there. That's the name of the style. There's a bunch of stores that sell these on AliExpress. They're pretty much all the same price. Some of them are less, some of them more. Depends on when you get them in the discount. So the ones for the pocket have these M3 threaded screws that are you're not going to get these on most other radios. This is pretty unique to the pocket because the pocket comes with these stick ends that look like this. And when I first got the pocket originally, like about a year ago, or maybe it was a little more than a year ago, I did not like this stick end at all, and it actually prevented me from switching to using it as my daily driver until I came up with my own custom stick end solution. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But mainly because this stick end here is very, very sharp and quite uncomfortable to use over a long period. Actually, if you do, you develop these calluses and sometimes even will penetrate and dig into your skin. I did not like this. And I thought at some point Radiomaster would make an alternative stick end, especially when the Crush came out, but they still haven't. Obviously, the advantage of having this stick end here is that it is able to go inside the little storage area here. Now, obviously, these alternative ones do not fit in there because they're a little wider. So if you're wondering, they don't fit. But yeah, having this stick end was a roadblock for me for switching to the pocket, because other than the stick end, I love everything about the pocket. The form factor, the weight, battery life, ease of use, everything is perfect for my particular use case. You know, everyone's situation is a little different. Radios are very subjective, so what might be great for me might be terrible for you. So I just like this radio, and that's just my opinion on it. And obviously something might be better for you, but I think for a beginner, this is a great radio to start out on. Very inexpensive. It's like $65, $64, and it will go a long way if you're just getting started. And you can, and as you see, I'm using it as my daily driver. You may not have to switch. Of course, there are other radios out there you may want to upgrade later, but for a low entry point price, it will pretty much check all the check boxes. And if you don't like the stick ends, well, this is what this video is for. You can switch them out. So these are the V3s. These are the V3s. And they're slightly different shape from the V2s. I'll show you them in a second. But basically, you can see it's a little bit taller than the standard or the stock stick end. I think it's around 1.5 to 2 millimeters. So if you like having a little bit more resolution, as they say, having a taller stick end will give you a little bit more resolution. then this will help. Obviously, for me, it is not as painful to use because these little grip ends, or these little sticky points are sticking, it's like plastic on here, and it is much more comfortable. Obviously, they're tailoring this towards people that are pinchers, and I'm not, but this is also great for thumbers. So you can see this will, you get plenty of grip, it doesn't slip, and this works really well. And obviously they work the same way. They just screw into the gimbal like so, and they're threaded. It's an M3 thread, and they will go in like that. Very, very nice, very simple to use. I think it looks really nice and feels really nice. They do come in different colors. I'll show you that here on their website. But just to compare to the, so this is the V3 and this is the V2, and then they have a V4 which is even wider. So basically the difference between the V2 and the V3 is that the shape is slightly different there, as you can see. It's a little bit wider. So again, this is the V3, and actually for thumbing, I think this one's probably totally fine. But for the V2, for thumbing, you get a little bit wider base. So if you prefer a slightly wider base, then go for this one. And then also for pinching, you can see that you can grab it like so. And obviously, like, I have some modifications done. So I have this like gimbal drop here. For me, for thumbing, this is great. And I made a video on this radio here when I put the AG01 nano gimbals in there, and I did the gimbal drop and see how low that is. I actually prefer a very low stick height, so that's a very customized radio. I'll link that video in the description if you missed that one, but I did a gimbal drop on this one here, and you can kind of see the height difference in the two stick ends there. Obviously different shape, and you can adjust the stick height. Now the actual stick end itself isn't adjustable on the pocket, so when you get the other ones for the other radios, they should be adjustable based on the stick end you have. Every radio is a little bit different, so you have to sort of look at your documentation to see what will work. But yeah, on this one here, I use the V2, and I have the gimbal drop, and this one is pretty nice. It's a little bit taller than I would prefer. I would prefer this to be a little bit lower, closer to the face, because where you're grabbing the radio. I mean, it's not terrible. It's a little bit taller than the stock stick, but it feels so much better. And of course, you have full range here, of course. Now, this is me personally. I prefer a very low stick height. So if you want to see that video, I'll link that in the description. You can watch that. I'm not going to talk about that again in this video, but yeah, you basically have some different shapes for the different versions of the stick end, and they do come in different colors as well. I'll link this webpage down in the description. This is where you can pick this one up. It's their store. So you can see they come in different colors, but you can see that other radios will have the stick in the gimbal, and it'll be sticking out, and then the stick end will just screw on top. And so they have those versions as well. They see different colors here, but I think for this store, they just have these specific ones. They're if you're looking for something that's outside of this range, you may need to look elsewhere. But this company, FeliStick, does make a really wide variety of stick ends. So they have the ones for they have the shape, the V3, and then the M4 threaded screw. So I think that's like the Radiomaster, I think the T16, I believe, is the M4. And so let's zoom in here. You can see that that's for the threaded screw that goes into the end of the stick end here. This is the V3 M3L, which is for the pocket. That's the one I just showed you. That's on that one there, the gray one. And then you've got the, this is another one here, this V3 M3L. V3 M3L for different colors, it looks like. They have the light blue, the yellow, they have a V3 M4. So these are the ones on this particular link. If I can find, I think the store has the other ones as well, so I will link the ones that are not necessarily for the pocket down in the video description. Now, if you go down, so basically it's kind of weird that this is kind of common in AliExpress. If you go down to, go look at the rest of the page here. So you have these different colors: black, green, yellow, red, blue, purple, and the different shapes. So they have the V2, the V3 and the V4, and this is the one I don't have. This one has an even wider base or for the thumb, so this is probably better for thumbers if you have a really wide base. And then it shows you the different styles here. So you have the M4, M3 for the M3 screws that goes into the stick, M stick end, and then you have the M3L for the pocket. And there's some other ones as well, M3S for the Tango 2 Pro for the foldable stick. They have the M2 for the DJI controllers. So there's a lot. So you have to search their store, or I will link some of them down in the description. Or, for example, something that you specifically are looking for that I may have missed, let me know in the comments and I'll try and find that link for you, because sometimes these are a little bit hard to find. But yeah, this is I like the stick ends a lot. I mean, I know there's other manufacturers that make similar ones to this one. This is pretty, I guess, trendy right now, I guess is what you would say. It's a fairly good grip, not really that sharp, but the grip is really good. I was hoping that they would have a slightly shorter one. I was kind of hoping for that. I think like this M3S, this one is pretty short. Like I could maybe put my own screw in there and then use that on the pocket possibly, because I think for me it's just the this little metal part right here between the thread and the end. If it was this shorter, if this for me at least, this is just for me, I think I would prefer that, just having a nice short stick end. Of course, most people aren't going to like that. It's just for me. Obviously, to make it longer, probably, I'm not sure how to do that on the pocket version, but on the other ones, those are just standard stick ends. I believe the stick length is going to be adjustable based on your gimbal itself. So I know that the T16, TX16 and the Boxer have adjustable gimbals on the AGO ones, and the standard gimbal, so that you can adjust the stick end length on the gimbal itself, and then the stick end will just be on top of that. And yeah, so there, let's see what else we got here. So we have those, and just different colors. And then they have this chart here for all the different radios that these will fit for the M3, M4, and then there's the M3D, and then there's the M3S. So yeah, lots of different ones. So if there's something specifically you're looking for, let me know down in the comments and I'll try and find that link for you. But yeah, bottom line is I really like these stick ends for the pocket. I kind of wish Radiomaster would have made something like this already. But they haven't. So obviously the other third parties have come in and they filled in the sort of the gap in the market. Yeah, and so if you're looking for a replacement stick end, I definitely would recommend checking these one out. They have a wide variety of different styles, so I'm not exactly sure what will work for you. So that's something you have to sort of explore and figure out for yourself. But it's good to have options out there. So again, the link will be down in the description if you want to check it out. And if you can't find something you're looking for, let me know in the comments and I'll try and help you out. That'll do for this video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.